From Sidewalks to Skylines, the story of Mateo Cruz. In the crowded streets of Tondo, Manila, where jeepneys roared by and street vendors shouted over one another, a barefoot boy named Mateo Cruz walked the sidewalks with a basket of balut and old newspapers. He wasn't just trying to earn, he was trying to survive. Mateo was born into poverty. His home was a tiny shack made of scrap wood and rusty metal beside the train tracks. When it rained, water poured through the holes in their roof. There were nights he went to sleep hungry, with nothing but a cup of water and a dream. He dreamed of changing his life and his mother's. Every day after school, Mateo sold food on the streets. He watched people in business suits walk into restaurants, ride in cars and talk about things he didn't understand. So he started picking up torn books from the trash old business magazines, accounting textbooks, even menus, and he read by candlelight, while his mother snored softly on a mat beside him. At 13, he got a part-time job at a carinderia, wiping tables and washing dishes. It paid almost nothing. But the owner, Mang Tonyo, noticed something different in the boy. Mateo listened carefully, asked questions, observed how the small eatery ran. Mang Tonyo took him under his wing and began to teach him about pricing, customer service, and food sourcing. By 17, Mateo had saved 2,000 pesos, his entire life savings. Instead of buying clothes or a phone, he used it to start his first business, a humble fishball and quack-quack cart. It wasn't glamorous, but it was his. He pushed that cart for 12 hours a day under the sun. He smiled at every customer, remembered every name, and adjusted his recipes based on what they liked. There were setbacks, spoiled ingredients, days with zero sales, even thieves. But Mateo never gave up. He failed forward. At 22, he opened his first eatery. Mateo's Lutong Bahay, using second-hand furniture and borrowed kitchen tools. Customers came not just for the food, but for the story. Mateo was hands-on, managing everything from cooking to delivery to marketing with handwritten flyers. One eatery became 2, then 5, then 10. By the time he turned 30, Mateo Cruz was no longer the boy on the sidewalk. He was the CEO of a growing Filipino food empire, employing hundreds of people and offering scholarships to underprivileged youth just like he once was. He bought his mother a real home, safe, clean, and warm. On the day he handed her the keys, he knelt in front of her and said, "Ma, this is for every time you went hungry so I could eat. For every dream you gave up so I could chase mine." Tears rolled down her cheeks as she hugged her son, her little boy, who once sold balut and now stood as a symbol of hope for thousands. Moral of the story: it's not where you start, it's how hard you fight for where you want to be. Dreams don't require wealth. They require grit, faith, sacrifice, and heart. Mateo Cruz didn't wait for a chance. He created one. So can you.